Okay, so yes, as Wendy said, my name is Akira Kirkpatrick. I am a graduate student at Robert Morris University, studying counseling psychology. And I'm here to talk to you about giving grace and managing energy. So we're going to talk about the spoon theory, which if you're not familiar with it, I think it just is a really good way to kind of conceptualize your energy levels and your input and output. We're going to do kind of a reflection piece, trying to apply the spoon theory to your daily life. We're going to talk about why managing your daily energy is important. And then we're going to talk about giving yourself grace and giving others grace. And then that is when we'll kind of get into that open discussion piece. So I will have to send Jen the story. It is from the website But You Don't Look Sick, from Christine Miserandino, where she founded the spoon theory. But I'm just going to give you a brief summary here so we don't have to take up too much of our time with the full story. So in this story, Christine suffers from lupus. So in the story, she was sitting down during her college years with her best friend, and her friend wanted to know what it was like living with lupus. And this best friend of hers had actually gone to many of the doctor's appointments with her, and she really understood the medical definition of lupus. She kind of understood that piece of it, but she really wanted to know what the mental and emotional and physical tolls it was taking on Christine to kind of carry that diagnosis with her. And so Christine decided in this moment to kind of show her what it was like. So they were sitting at a diner having dinner, and she grabbed all the spoons at their table. She grabbed all the spoons at some neighboring tables, and she gave them to her friend. And it happened to be 12 spoons. So she said, okay, now when you have a chronic illness, you have to kind of make smart choices with the energy that you have. You have to be aware of the energy you're starting the day with. She said, so walk me through your day, and each task that you do, it costs you a spoon. So her friend kind of quickly went through her day, getting up, brushing her teeth, getting dressed, and very soon realized that before she had even made it out the door to get to work and recounting her day, she was down 6 spoons. She had already depleted half her energy. So Christine kind of touched on the fact that, whether we are carrying a cancer diagnosis, supporting someone who is, or just, living life, we don't have infinite amounts of energy. And so I kind of wanted to give you guys maybe 2 or 3 minutes to just pretend that you have those 12 spoons of energy and just walk through your day in your mind. You don't have to be super specific, but count you're brushing your teeth as 1 spoon if it didn't feel like it cost you 1 spoon, but just walk through your day and think about what each choice you made and each task you completed cost you, how many spoons you have left right now, and how many spoons it will take you to finish out the rest of your day. So I'll give you about 2 or 3 minutes to do that now.
If we could mute, maybe we can mute people so we don't have. There we go.
Okay, and then we're gonna move on. Now, I wanted you to kind of walk through that just because, like I said, whether you are carrying this chronic illness and this cancer diagnosis, or you're the primary caregiver for someone, or you just, are coming to terms with the fact that you have a loved one who has cancer, none of us really have infinite amounts of energy. And some of us are more aware of that, whereas some of us haven't had to be forced to be aware of it. And that's where that giving yourself grace and giving others grace piece comes in. So giving yourself grace really just comes from being aware of and accepting the fact that you don't have unlimited amounts of energy, and not being so hard on yourself for the choices you made and the tasks you completed versus the things you didn't get to that day. And in the story, Christine talked about smart choices or wise choices. And, I don't really agree with kind of qualifying them in that way, because, not every choice necessarily has to be a healthy or smart or wise to be a good choice for you in that moment. For example, say you had a very grueling doctor's appointment this morning. It was scans and labs, and it just completely drained you. And then you went home and you unloaded the dishwasher, you took the trash out, and you planned to cook dinner, but you're just completely out of spoons for the day. You have like maybe 2 left, and that's going to get you into bed, get your pajamas on, get you in the bed. And you wanted to cook dinner, you were going to make yourself this healthy meal, but now you really just kind of want to order a pizza. That's okay. That is a good choice in that moment. So really it's just, not beating yourself up so much about the choices you're making, and just giving yourself some wiggle room, um, because all of us kind of have to make those choices, and sometimes they are tough ones to make, and neither one's really a winning option. And then, excuse my French on this page, but I couldn't really think of a better way to boil down giving others grace than to say it really just comes down to taking a step back, taking a deep breath, and thinking, hey, like maybe this person didn't set out to intentionally piss me off. Maybe they weren't trying to frustrate me when they didn't say it's your husband. Maybe he wasn't trying to piss you off by not taking the trash out. Maybe he just had a really long day, and also is out of spoons. So, it's just giving them, the other person, that kind of wiggle room and that grace and that space to just be human and be out of energy too. And then and then we are at our discussion portion. So I figured this would be a good point for us to kind of talk about maybe some situations that happened recently where you were maybe frustrated or angry with yourself or someone else, and we could practice, either giving yourself grace or extending that grace to others.